You say shove it in. Oh, shit. Oh. Done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube and the Patreon. And if you are not already a part of our book club, actually, you know what, cut that. This is specifically for the book club members. Listen, y'all ain't over there. They making a decision about what book is next without you. So if you paying your $5, you need to get over there and have a daggone opinion because them peoples then damn near made it unanimous about what the next book is. And I think we got like 2 more weeks on this book. So y'all better go over there. Let me get back to it. If you are not already a member of our book club, please hit the Patreon link below. And for a $5 monthly fee, you could be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Jan Gay's My Life with Marva Pugh after the dance part. Is this 11? Yeah, I think this is 11. So, where we left off at, Jan was fixing to go on stage. She excited. Her and Frankie Gaye went to the sound check. It was successful. 10 minutes before the show, Marva Pugh steps to her and be like, I'm afraid, dear, that I have bad news for you. Marva Pugh gives her the news and tell her Flo is back. Sorry, she feels better. Now, you know, Flo is the background singer that sings all of his Tammy Terrell hits with him. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't nothing but the real thing. It takes two. Jan goes, what did you say, Negro? MG was like, you saved, baby. You don't have to worry about singing. Flo is back. Jan was like, are you sure Flo is back? Are you forcing her to come back? Marva Pugh says, no. Flo wants to sing, Jan. Listen, we'll have other times to sing together. No worries, my love. Jan goes on to talk about how at times when Marvin Gaye is feeling really spiritual, what he does is he goes to visit Bishop Rawlings. Bishop Rawlings and his father, Pappy Gaye, are good friends. What she says is that when Marvin Gaye is with Bishop Rawlings, the conversations are mainly about the relationship between MG and his father. This is how Bishop Gaye explains the situation. He says that there was a theological breakdown in the 40s which divided the congregation. Okay? Both Bishop Rawlings and Father Gaye became leaders of the breakdown, or through the breakdown. Now, Bishop Rawlings became chief apostle. Pappy Gaye sinked into darkness. I guess that means them curlers and them women's clothes that, you know, everybody keep talking about. He's saying, I told you, I don't have no problem with a man wearing curlers back in the 70s, nigga. I keep saying, what you think? All that good hair, all them black men with good hair, that wasn't good hair. Child, that was a conch and sponge rollers. Shit, and grease. MG believes that when he told his father that he refuses to be a pastor, that is what actually put a wedge in between him and his father. So Marvin Gaye informed Bishop that his father, meaning Pappy Gaye, was extremely cruel, harsh, and violent towards him and his family. Bishop Gaye's response was, it sounds like he judged you harshly. Marvin Gaye says, Bishop, will you talk to him? Bishop asked to Marvin Gaye, who does your father recognize as authority, son? Marvin Gaye sat back and thought about it, and he said, sir, nobody. Bishop said, that's right, and I'm not going to talk to him. You won't get me talking to a brick. I ain't going to waste my breath talking to some dummy that wear curlers and ladies' robes and flip-flops walking around the Washington, D.C. area. My city is always behind me. With the bullshit, that won't happen. Now, the divorce proceedings continue to separate Marvin from his money, okay? The money that he needs to conserve under the advice of financial advisors, friends, loved one, all the people that want to make sure that he keep money so that he can keep taking care of them, is saying, son, you need to conserve your money. While he's supposed to be conserving, this nigga is spending. What is always the answer for Marvin Gaye when the money is out of whack? Go on tour. And it is always a stressful situation with Marva Pugh when he is on tour. It's a stressful situation for Jan. I keep saying, why does she want to go with him on tour? I mean, why does she want to let that nigga go? So, while performing in Dallas, Marvin and Jan were invited to stay with Johnny Disco Lady Taylor. Oh, wait, hold on. You say shove it in. Oh. So anyway, after the refreshments, and you know what kind of refreshments I'm talking about. Okay, not with each other, but So now during the stay, Johnny Taylor had another couple to come over, and of course, Marva Pugh and Jan graciously invited them to the home and shared their treats. After they're together, they enjoying each other's refreshment. Here comes Marva Pugh. Jan, I think they want some of you. They swingers. They keep looking over here. Jan was like, I think they are. Ooh. Marva Pugh says, that's exactly what we need. A small, intimate orgy right now. Jan is like, what, nigga? Why you so surprised, fool? Why you so... Y'all was driving around in a goddamn conversion van, okay, RV, picking up hoes on a stroll and sleeping with them in the back of the RV. What is you talking about? Why is you so confused for? But anyway, Marva Pugh puts the pressure on Jan. Jan, go ahead. It'll help our relationship so much. I need this. I have this orgy so that we can stay solid. Jan eventually gives in. Okay, but dig this. Jan was the only person that was participating. Marva Pugh was the goddamn porn director. Jan described it as three people pawing and grabbing all over each other. Okay. You know what? My Judy, who do threesomes, she told me that it's really not that, organized the way you see on the porns. It's really kind of uncomfortable. I guess if you was high, there ain't nothing matter. You ain't embarrassed, like if you fart or something dirty, but I guess you do need a director to do all that because it's everywhere. That's what she told me. I don't know. That's not my stuff. That's not my thing. That's her. That's not me. That's her. Hours later, after the couple left, I guess they wore poor Jan out, okay? But MG says to her, you loved it, didn't you? Jan says, answer no. Don't deny it. Jan says, that is your dream, not mine. Marva Pugh goes into the bullshit. I'll never be able to satisfy you the way that two people can satisfy you, Jan. Jan goes, stop it. Now, the next day, the same couple that MG let hunch all over his baby mama, like 24 hours earlier, came over. They wanted some more, okay? But this time they wanted to be able to have Marva Pugh join. Marva Pugh wasn't in it. The wife wanted her some of Marva Pugh. That was the whole reason why they hunched on, the situation yesterday, because they wanted to hunch Marva Pugh, not Marva Pugh's wife. Well, I mean, they might have wanted to do it to her too, but the goal was Marva Pugh. Okay. When they came back the next day, Marvin was like, I don't want to have company today. Send them away. Really? Really? Jan says, Marvin, what the fuck is wrong with you? Marva Pugh says, Jan, you were my beautiful, sweet, innocent flower. And now I get joy and excitement from seeing you fall from grace. That is demonic. Now, other than Sylvester, Marvin was not digging the disco scene at all. He felt like it was too far from the R&B roots. So a few days after his anti-disco rant at the studio on Sunset, he receives a blessing. I call it a blessing, but hold tight. I know you know what it is. But hold tight. So one day around the studio, Jan and Marvin were laughing at how neither one of them were good dancers. Okay, but wait. Remember I told you it's a whole blessing coming. Art Stewart decided not to throw away a certain beat. Okay, Art Stewart was the person that Rick James praised so highly in his book, Glow. Art Stewart was the person who encouraged Marvin Pugh to work with this certain beat. It was quick, it was funky, it was fast, it was disco. As Marvin listened to the beat, he played around with the words in falsetto. Nothing was written down. The song was about a wallflower who decided to get out and get down on the dance floor. Upon completion, as you know, Got to Give It Up was a mega hit. And to think that Marvin Pugh was not into disco, okay? And you can't tell him, or at that time, you couldn't tell him that what he was singing was disco, okay? It's just another genre of something that I already do. I don't do disco. Okay, nigga, whatever you say, but they playing it at the discos. So 4 long years had passed since Jan and Marvin Gaye met. This, however, was the first time that Marvin Gaye did an album where Jan was not utilized as the muse. It was his pending divorce with Augie Doggy Anna. The divorce was a ferocious battle. The final decree demanded that Marvin paid a large amount monthly to Anna. The judge felt that because Marvin Gaye was such a huge artist, that nigga, you got it. But in real talk, I don't know why they didn't incorporate in Anna's income also, because she got it too. And mentions that this project is 100% transparent in regards to his feelings about his disappointment with his divorce and that his marriage didn't work. Jan says that much of the album was about money and his lingering love for Anna. I don't know how you're okay with that, girl. I don't know. Makes you feel like you're number 2. What Marvin Gaye told her, Mina Jan, was that once this divorce is done, you and I are going to be married. Okay. So, you know, I guess because Marvin is pouring all of his emotions about his marriage, which they've been separated for 4 years. I don't understand why he's so angry. I know he didn't move on. He didn't have 2 babies by this young girl. I don't know what the hell Anna was doing, but I don't understand why you still so angry. It could be about the money. I don't know. You know, maybe he felt deceived. Maybe he felt like he gave his youth to this woman, you know, who was like twice his age, and now this bitch trying to take all his money so he could be miserable with his new family. Now, remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one. I used to go out to parties and stand around